In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on creative problem solving, engaging the brainstorming as the most meaningful, improving the intra-categorical and or inter-categorical effectivenesses and or efficiencies of as existence proof creative solutions, allowance, meaningfulness, en relation para adequação, cultivating correct perception and or correct action and or correct behavior within valued conducts, inferring within unknown unknowns appropriately the meaningful, possible probabilistic, and only possible probabilistic, never impossible, improbable, to mean all improbable conducts are, be it not probable at all, exist impossibly, to mean that only the meaningful probabilities one may infer within the unknown unknowns, allowance, creation of the existing values one may engage meaningfully in the direction of desired meaningful effect, meaningfully resolving certain component parts and processes step by step in relation to problem solving, engaging creative thinking to constitute creative problem solving in relation to the creative solutions. Valued conduct creates the creative problem solving in relation to certain existing priors satisfying certain underlying psychological needs. Need creates meaningfulness in relation to those satisfied psychological needs as one engages more the executive functioning of the brain amongst from lower order cognition, elaborations into higher order cognition, emotional regulation, amongst judging appropriately the meaningfulness from existing prior attempts to resolve problems in relation to the step-by-step component parts and processes in retrospect had worked in relation to cultivating meaningfulness within improving upon the existing priors, intra-categorical and or inter-categorical effectivenesses and efficiencies, optimizing creative thinking in relation to creative conducts producing existential valors in the byproducts one engages within the meaningful conducts, future-oriented, creating existential values in relation to the prior existing lack of meaning amongst the arbitrary attributions of meaning and or value to create meaning and or value in relation to the meanings one creates with values. Values one engages meaningfully, internal and or external conditions satisfied in relation to the meaningful criteria produce the byproducts of knowledge in relation to the knowledge one may cultivate from knowledge one holds certain knowledge existing in relation to satisfying internal and or external validity amongst constituting the ultimate psychological truths of existence in relation to the inferences one may infer into the unknown unknowns appropriately, exploring creative solutions one may engage as one creates meaningfulness within the unknown unknowns, more approaching conflict cooperatively to work on the areas one perceives the intra-categorical and or inter-categorical effectivenesses and efficiencies to improve and or alleviate unnecessary suffering in relation only to certain perceived and or actual factual underlying psychological needs, satisfying only some existing underlying psychological needs to the exclusion of other psychological needs, amongst others wants and or desires. To mean only some existing psychological needs is meaningful to resolve any issue in relation to creative problem solving. Only certain meaningful conducts one values in relation to resolving problems. Allowances one to effectively and or efficiently improve the intra-categorical and or inter-categorical effectivenesses and or efficiencies, optimizing meaningfulness within the value creation amongst resolving problems effectively and or efficiently within creative problem solving, engaging the byproducts of creative resolutions to issues prior existing, pursuing the optimizing of existing effectivenesses and or efficiencies within the residual byproducts amongst derivatives one may infer meaningfulness subsequently into the future, cultivating more effectivenesses and or efficiencies valued within one's meaningful conducts. That's all I want to say for this video. Hope you have an awesome week. Those upslash.